Hello, biscuit babies. It's the Biscuit. I'm your host, William, the animal mother, Bartram, you fucking pansies. Coming out the studio, Blue Jackets just lost the fucking Honda Islanders in that stupid stadium with their stupid goal song. I have no respect for that organization or anyone on that team except for Chimera. I do like him. He was one of my favorite Blue Jackets back in the day. Not that long ago. But 4-2. They had straight 4 goals. Fucking Bob got pulled from the game. Looked like dog shit. That's, I think, 5-6 since the streak. So that's, middle of the road, still in second. But you keep playing like this. We'll make the playoffs, but we're in the Metropolitan. We gotta start winning, back-to-back games here. Even the Ottawa win in overtime, I thought, was really sloppy. Some would say shitty. Oh, what am I drinking? Nothing right now. The wife's brewing up some shit tea. I don't know exactly what it's called. Something like Get Regular. But I'm telling you, dudes, if you drink this stuff at night, like before you go to bed, you will wake up and fill your toilet with shit to the brim. You might have to wipe your cheeks off because there might be a pile of poop pressing on your precious cheeks. Rearranged the woodroom studio out here, facing the other wall now. What the fuck is that? Some kind of weird noise. Maybe it's just because I'm in a different part of the room now. But anyway, like I said, this is just going to be a quick one. I didn't get to you guys last week. I apologize. Life happens sometimes, and rather than hurry up and record a podcast, I didn't do one, so now I'm hurrying up and recording a podcast. I plan to do another one either Thursday or Friday night. The All-Star Game's this weekend, right? It's got to be. So I'll do one before all that stuff happens, and I got to tell you, I get really excited for the All-Star Game, man. I buy in. I love the fucking Chewbacca shots. I love the speed skating. I wish Dylan Larkin was going this year. I love the whole thing. I think it's fun. It's a good chance to see for you other fucks that don't have center ice players from around the league and watch them get out there, have a good time. It shows the personality that I'm told these guys have, and it's good for the league, and it's always fun. It seemed like I was listening to the History of Hockey podcasts. I fucking went fucking dog dick deep on those guys yesterday. A big dog dick. But I probably listened to I listened to all the trophies that I hadn't listened to, so that's like 3 of those, and then a whole bunch of his fucking shorter minute ones. But I didn't know that back in the day, it seemed like the All-Star Games were for like players that died or their wives died or tragic shit happened, and the league would throw an All-Star Game to kind of benefit the family. So that was a cool note. But that's enough. We'll get all caught up on the league later on the week. I have a certain purpose for this podcast. I don't know if anyone watched the Outside the Lines Sunday morning, last Sunday morning. So not the 22nd, but the Sunday before that. It featured the sheriff, Scott Parker, the fucking man, Bob Probert's wife, and a couple head specialists. Is that my shit tea?
Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You can have your robot thing here.
Oh, careful, it's hot.
Ooh, hot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh no. Unhappy baby. I'll be right back in, baby. But it was about CTE, and I don't know what CTE stands for, but I know it's damage of the brain, which is ruining a lot of people's lives. Um, I think Chris Benoit had it in his situation where he ended up murdering his family and then hanging himself with his weight set. Uh, Junior Seau killed himself and said, "Look at my fucking brain, because there's something wrong with me." I know Brendan Schaub of The Fighter and the Kid talks about it a lot. He left the UFC, I would say, in the prime of his career. Um, he could still fight today, in my opinion, but he had other outlets, so he chose that path. It's funny it's not funny, but you hear Bettman talk about these head injuries and how they don't compare to the NFL, which is fucking asinine. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bob Probert's wife donated his brain to science, and it's a fact. He had CTE. He has like bruises on his brain, and yeah, she said, the cocaine use and the pill abuse sure didn't help with his brain, but no one knows what sort of pain or what was pressing on his brain in certain parts where I'm not saying go fucking blow down some rails tonight. I mean, if you want to, go for it. It's not going to bother me, but maybe that's what made him feel good. Maybe that kept him from hurting himself or hurting someone else. If you see my man Scott Parker, he has to wear sunglasses all the time because just the light hurts his brain. It's sad. He's not an old guy by any means, and he's a fucking. Both of those men are Stanley Cup champions, so they should be held at the highest regard. And the NHL is just ignoring these guys. The sheriff can't hold down a regular job. He has seizures. Some days he can't get out of bed. And yeah, he wasn't just. Neither of them were just goal scoring Wayne Gretzky type players. They went for tilts. They got in fights. Which I'd really really love to get a hold of the sheriff and talk to him about this to see, because I know he's in that Ice Guardians movie about the role of the enforcer and fighting in the league. To see if, and I haven't seen that movie. I don't know if it's been in a theater in Ohio or not. And I will not watch it illegally, because I support what that film is doing and the guys that made it. So I guess I'll wait till I can get a physical copy or keep my eyes and ears open for a showing in Ohio. But to see if these guys regret getting in these fights. I mean, Probert had, I think, over 200 in his career. I mean, most of you fucking guys haven't thrown a punch 200 times. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to get punched in the face. Even if you won every one of those fights, you're gonna get caught. You know. But I'm curious to know if they regret it, if they just want awareness or just some compensation from the league, saying, hey, you guys gave your lives for the sport. Here's some fucking health insurance, or let the younger guys know. Listen, there's a very good possibility if you play the sport, you're gonna have a head injury, and maybe you'll see younger guys retire, like Marshawn Lynch in football. He got out in his prime. Won a Super Bowl and dipped out. Hold up, let me get a sip of this shit tea. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I can feel it going straight to my bowels. And it's like, not like a solid turd, but not a soft turd, but um, like a like a sandbox that got wet. If your sandbox got rained on, that's what your toilet's gonna look like. But so I watched that Outside the Lines report, and they had a brain specialist on there saying, it's exactly the same as football. Football got caught in their bullshit lie by Will Smith. Um, it makes me think twice when I see a fight now, or somebody like Johnny Hockey last night getting fucking. He got railed twice, both clean hits. The Jackets cast lady or guy wanted penalties on those hits, and just because a hit's brutal doesn't mean it's illegal. I think they were both clean hits. They're just really hard, and I'm sure he fucking saw stars. I fucking puckered up when I saw him got hit. Saw him got hit. Saw him be hit. Saw him hit. Let's go with saw him hit. When the hit I saw happen to him, I puckered. English. The biscuit. Um, but I also love a good fucking toss, man. I also love it. So that's my goal, I think, for 2017 is to get Scott Parker on the podcast when I get the proper equipment, because I don't want to look like an asshole, and talk to him and see what he thinks. And I know he has a foundation I'd like you guys to go support as well, called Parker's Platoon, where he's helping wounded vets and veterans coming back from war. I know he's got a really cool cigar box you can get, and he's got some fucking signed cards and some jerseys for auction. Yeah, support him. He's the fucking man. He's top 10 best player of all time. I said it. Suck it. And fuck you if you don't like him. Let's go for a fucking. I'll give you an old 1-2 fucking. Right to your face, you fuck. But CTE is real. I highly recommend you guys go watch that episode of Outside the Line. It was, like I said, the Sunday before the 22nd. And on the 22nd, old Daddy Biscuit went to Joe Louis Arena. We'll talk more about that later in the week. I love you guys. Sorry for ditching, for bailing on you last week. I don't want to ever do it to you again. If you guys fucking sent me some more money, I'd have more time to do shit. But you don't. You guys are fucking cheap. Oh! I did the Shoutcast last week. That's what fucking happened, man. I wanted to do a swap cast with them. I used the Skype on the phone there, and I fucking forgot to record because I wanted to do at least. I ended up being on there for 2 hours. It was a fucking blast. Thank you again, Gate Creeper, for having me on there. We talked fucking Florida death metal, women's hockey, the Blue Jackets, of course. We covered a lot of shit. It was super fun. We covered third jerseys. Fuck you, Adidas. I love Adidas too. But what the fuck, guys? So I highly, highly, highly recommend you go download that. Leave them a fucking comment. Tell them you loved me on it. Tell them it was the best episode ever so I can go back on it again. I drank way too many fucking beers on it, though. I was talking about fucking pubes, dungeon rape, fucking Dale Earnhardt running into walls. I think I had like 3 rape jokes on there. And this was before fucking Trump was inaugurated. So this was in Obama's America. It was tremendous. It was the best podcast. I know the best podcasters. I don't do the best Trump. That's my Trump. I don't think I can do any impressions, to be honest with you. Oh, fuck you, low battery, you sack of shit. God fucking damn it, dude. I've charged this thing. Put a lot of miles on her. Calm down. But it's episode 74. I'm almost positive on that. I'll double check that and let you know on the other podcast I'm going to do here. You know, sometimes you're going to have really awesome fucking crucial podcasts like I usually do. Best fucking podcast in the world. And then other times you're going to get a Bisquick. And you're going to go, oh, well, thanks fucking Cody for the 17 awesome minutes. I wish there was fucking 40 more so I could finger myself to them. But I don't have time for that today. No, I don't have time for you. The biscuits are done, man.